I really enjoy the discussion with young people. Yeah. I was born in Kyoto and grew up to the graduation of Kyoto University. So I enjoyed very much my life in Kyoto because Kyoto is 1200 years old capital. So there are many cultures, in particular in the many historical books. So my background is the everything changed. So this is very important, and this no, notion shape up my research to the material chemistry. So this is quite good for me. And when I was uh, elementary school students, and I read a lot of autography of scientists. Louis Pasteur and Hideo Noguchi is a Japanese in the physiologist, and the Einstein and so on and so forth. So maybe these books made me interested in science. Okay. My childhood, and in particular in the student in the elementary school, I was very active, just the playing a game and play baseball with my friends. That was very nice time. And the junior high school, I abruptly understand the mathematics and yeah, in that time, it's not the physics and chemistry. It's all including this subject. I'm very much interested because in the first year, the first day, there are two friends sitting the neighbor, and the one guy he did very and he read all textbooks of mathematics. First day of the first year, you are so fantastic. So I learned from him. Okay, study. Okay, something is by myself. Not the receive the teachers saying something. Okay, this is very good. And the other guy, he read a lot of novels, in particular in the science novels, science fiction. Yeah, he introduced many books, and I read them. Yeah, it was so nice to my imagination in the science in the future. Yeah, that time. But in the junior high school, I played baseball. I belonged to the club. So from the early morning to the evening, every day I played volleyball. So it was so good for my future shape. That means the health is very important in the research, in particular in the chemistry. So the young age, that's a very good time. Yeah, when I remember. Oh yeah, and in particular in the high school, I learned the Greek philosophy. Yeah, that teacher is very nice. He introduced uh, for instance, in the Heraclitus said Pantarei. Okay, everything changed. Okay, so we cannot step on the same river. Everything changed. Yeah, that at the beginning I told you, and this is very strong impression on me. So now my chemistry, I introduce this concept in my compounds. I have to tell you the story. In the Kyoto University, and the first Nobel laureate is Professor Yukawa in physics. He loved to read Chan-Tzu. Chan-Tzu is the ancient uh, uh, philosopher, something like that. And 2,400 years ago, he said, "Usefulness of the useless." and I read the Professor Yukawa's book. I learned a lot. Okay, this is the first Nobel laureate in Kyoto University. But I entered Kyoto University, and it's a department. There is a Nobel laureate, and Professor Fukui in the chemistry Nobel laureate. So in the undergraduate course, I belong to his sister laboratory, and his sister laboratory. My senior is Dr. Yoshino. He also awarded Nobel Prize. So in the same laboratory, and already two Nobel laureates, I was strongly influenced by their attitude for the science. The atmosphere, in scientific atmosphere in that laboratory is very free. I mean, freedom. That is very important. Even for the professor, we can say, we can tell, I think this is good, something like that. The professor did not say, no, you should not do so. They did not say so. Okay, if so, do it. Yeah, that's a very nice science atmosphere. Yes. And after graduation in the Kyoto University, I got the job as assistant professor in the Kindai University, where the professor Munakata carried out kappa 1 chemistry. So you see in the copper materials you are surround you. So that is kappa 2 plus oxidized form. Kappa 1 we rarely see. So that means kappa 1 looks like useless. However, in the Kindai University, I carried out the kappa 1 chemistry, and the kappa 1 gives a very beautiful crystal structure, sometimes a network structure. Richard Robson, he is one of the awardees in the chemistry. He carried out kappa 1 chemistry and get beautiful diamond-like structure. And the other people, Omayagi also kappa 1 compound, myself. So kappa 1 is a sort of the useful metal ion. Looks useless, but ultimately it usefulness. Yeah, I mean, so Chan Tzu's notion is very, very effective. If, yeah, I would say, if the the usefulness of the useful, so that means already exists, something already exists. So okay, if you do these things, this is a kind of follower or pioneer. But useless things is nobody the focusing on and carry out this kind of science. So that means if you do this side and create new thing, this is in the future you will be a pioneer. Okay, so this is the usefulness of the useless. It's a sort of creativity. Oh, okay. So if one researcher is doing the very new idea and the chemistry and the science, it's very difficult to get the research fund. But the one thing is the very patient. So in Japanese, I usually told to the young people, that is the Japanese Chinese character don, kon. Okay, is a fortune. Don is and how to say, it's very difficult to say. But anyway, just I will introduce one by one. Means fortune. The Ripastu said, so okay, fortune favors prepared mind. So that means, just I said, in the junior high school and elementary school, I get many advice and the notions. This is prepared mind. Okay, this is very important. And don't mean the a kind of the insensitiveness. If one scientist show the very nice theory or materials, if the young people, if they are very smart, quickly understand. So that means this person follow this chemistry or science. But if a kind of insensitiveness means the don't sensitive to do this, just think later more, okay, in a deep thinking about that, and then make action something. So this attitude is very important. And lastly is never forget, never give up. Okay, so three factors is very important, and so the of course in the last one, patient is very important. Patience. So if they cannot get the research funds, but the think something to survive with this idea for 10 years or so, that's very important. Yeah, this is my history. My laboratory is the I follow the Professor Fukui's laboratory, the atmosphere. So if the postdocs and students tell something, okay, we can do it. Oh, but I think, oh, it's very interesting. Oh, it's not very interesting. I think, but still, I said, okay, you can do it. And for instance, this student got the data, and it's not so good data. Okay, you can do. Okay, you can do. You can do. Ultimately, so show me the results. This is a kind of freedom. Most of the professors said the student tell something. Oh no, you cannot do so, like that. So this attitude is not good for the fundamental science. My laboratory, I organize laboratory in anytime a kind of freedom. Okay, that's very important. I told you when I was junior high school students, I played the volleyball. Volleyball is the a sort of the group of play, and I just 2 years captain that time. So I know how to organize these people. Yeah, this experience is very important for the research the group, organization. Oh, good leader. Good leader is the just respect their capability. Okay, that first one. That's very important, and also the communication is very important. Yeah, I really enjoy the discussion with young people. Yeah, teaching is mostly one way. You know, the yeah I like, but not so okay strongly. I like it, but the discussion is both directions. They communicate. Yeah, I like this way. Just one thing: don't follow the existing research. Think by yourself. Okay, that's very important. But the another thing we have to say, if you want to be a great scientist, you have to see, you have to discuss. This is the great scientist. That means in the symposium and the other many places. So one thing, this is advice. Yeah, based on my chemistry, our target is just gas substances. So you can think, in the 19th century, the people use coal as energy resource, and 20th century is the petroleum and underground resources. But in the 21st century, now. So it's a big concern about the global warming and the shortage of underground resources. So instead, we have to think what is the best for the future materials, that the gas substances. So this target is very important, not only for myself and also young people more. Yeah. So I wish they do this kind of advanced science and technology for the future. Reading a book, yeah, in particular in the suspense and also the detectives, and several things, and the police story, something. Of course, science fiction. I every day commute by train. So there is the express and also the local train. I like local train. I can find my seat, and almost 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I can read the draft on one collaborator's paper, I mean, and also the other papers. Yeah, it's very, very, happy time because nobody disturbed me. But in the laboratory, in my office, in the several people, they come to something in the meeting and so many things.